Hey guys, Blue Delta Wolf here. This is Magic the Gathering 2014 and we're on my final Sweet 60 of the new 5 expansion decks, and this one is called Dodge and Burn. Now, I really love this deck, and it can be run two ways. It can either be run as a pure burn deck, burn and counter, basically as the name says, dodge and burn, or you can run it with creatures and you can bide your time and dominate late game. Now, I have tried it both ways and I thoroughly enjoyed both ways, but the burning version without the creatures felt a little bit too risky, and you were always on, your back leg until you got that one burn spell that would win you the game or whatever, or the win condition wasn't always there. But I think I found a way to make the win condition pretty much guaranteed 8 out of 10 times. Like, I've done a lot of playtesting with this particular version, and I think I've lost one match, and that was against Chandra, and she just outburned me. So it would take me all day to read out every single one of the cards that I didn't put in. They've all got a lot of text, and there's a lot of explanation as to why I didn't run them, for example. But I'm just going to change. I'll change it as I go through, actually. So yeah, I'm not going to read out every card that I didn't put in, but just know that most of the cards I didn't put in is purely because they are designed for a burn deck. They're designed for having no creatures, and they're designed for just emptying the enemy field and taking life off them, while, being able to counter and stuff like that to keep your side of the field safe. So the cards I run for the creature version are Pongify ×2. This card is essential. It might seem like it's not very good because you're giving them a 3/3 green ape, but picture this: they have an 8/8 massive demon who can destroy you in one turn, and then you turn it into a little monkey that you can burn away. So that card is essential. I love it. Peak also might not seem that good, looking at player's hand, drawing a card, but don't forget that every creature in this deck is completely buffed by casting instant sorcery spells. So even though it's only a 1 to look at their hand and draw a card, drawing a card is always good. So is seeing their hand for the strategy, and buffing all of your creatures. So all of these instants are really essential. Banefire, X damage. If X is 5 or more, it can't be countered. So yeah, that's amazing. You need to burn as well. Kiln Fiend, this is one of those creatures that gets a buff every time you use a sorcery or instant. So you just want to have as many of these on the field as you can, and just use your instant and sorceries as tactically as you can. You'll find so many combos in this deck, it's amazing. Swerve is one of my favourite cards of all time. Any instant or sorcery that the enemy decides to throw at you, you can change the target, basically. So if they want to burn you for 3 damage, you burn them for 3 damage. They want to destroy your creature, you destroy their creature. Or they want to do an end game spell like a Banefire that would kill you. Even if you have to change the target to one of your creatures, at least it's going to save your life. That card is amazing. Remand, it's 2 for a counter. It's a different kind of counter. Instead of countering it into the graveyard, it puts it back in their hand. That might not seem strong, but it is, because it's quick. It's, they spend their mana, then they have to spend it again next turn. Also, you get to draw a card, so that's really strong. Now, I was going to run 4 of them, but I think I'm going to run only 2 and put an extra Kiln Fiend and what are those other little guys called? That's the one. We Dragonauts and Kiln Fiend, if I can find it. I originally... Oh, I can't find it. Sorry, just give me a second. Where is it? How much does Kiln Fiend cost? Come on, tell me, guys. 3, isn't it? There it is. Yep, so I was going to run... Or maybe I'll take 1 Kiln Fiend out and run 3 of them. There we go. That seems like a good number. So Remand, I really like this card. I love having counter spells. I love being a blue mage, as you guys know. This is similar, except it puts it on top of their library, which is amazing because it throws them back a whole draw phase. Volcanic Geyser, same as Banefire really, apart from the added effect. Searing Spear, I'd run 4 of those if they were in there. 3 damage to target creature or player. You're just clearing the field and buffing up your creatures, really. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, he gets +2/0 until the end of turn, and it's flying, so I like that card. Electrolyze, again, amazing. 3, you deal 2 damage divided as you choose, and you draw a card. Lots of draw in this deck. More counter. Char deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 damage to you. Mnemonic Wall, it's a defender, but you can return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Draining Whelk, this is the only creature you would run normally in the burn deck, because it's a flash counter and it's XX on the card that you countered converted mana cost. So yeah, that's a great card to have in both versions, and this is one of the best cards in your deck. It's 6 for a 4/4, but at the beginning of your upkeep, return an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard to your hand. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, he gets +4/0. This is a game-winning card, without a doubt. It's so strong. I mean, don't just picture this. You put it down, they've got 1 creature, you burn it away, it's an 8, you win the game. If you had both of them down, they're both 8s. You use 2 sorceries, even the 2 1/1 blues, they can be 12, 16, 20, 24. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. And this is amazing, they never see this coming. It costs 6. If a creature would enter the battlefield under an opponent's control this turn, it enters the battlefield under your control instead. Really, really amazing card. Game winner. And the last one is Spirit Away. If there's a creature that you just can't deal with, just literally take it. It gets +2/2 and has flying. Now the deck may seem very simple, but I absolutely promise you it works. It's 13 creatures, 25 other, 22 land, 12 blue, 10 red, and the mana curve looks like that. As I said, I'm not going to go through the cards. I'm not going to read out all the text, but I will zoom in so you can read it yourself. You can pause it on each one. Obviously that's going to be for, you know, you don't want to be damaging your own creatures in this format, so same for that one, you don't want to be damaging your own creatures. This is a good card. I could play a Thoughtbind. That's too expensive. Discarding 2 is not good, nor is discarding land. There's enough draw. This would be good in a deck with no creatures. That's another good card that you could easily play. Destroying land is fantastic, as is destroying artifacts. Could quite happily put that one in. And this is amazing in the non-creature deck because you don't have any creatures and they do. So you take control of all their creatures and they've got nothing for you to take control of. So this one's amazing in the no creature deck. Sulphurous Blast. Again, good if you've got no creatures. Beautiful artwork on that one. That's a good card because you can sacrifice 2 lands. That could be a game winner. And the only creature I didn't play was Jin Illuminatus. It is expensive, it's 7 for a 3/5. You can copy all your spells, but you have to pay the mana cost again on top. So I mean, I would be happy to play that. I might do a bit more testing if I can figure out one to take out. I mean, if I could easily just take out Char. I don't need 3 of them really, and play this Jin. It is a fantastic looking card. It has definitely got its uses, but it does make end game a little bit heavy. So you guys draw your own conclusions from what I've done. Please leave constructive criticism in the comments section. It really, it might even help me redesign the deck. You know, don't be forceful with your opinions. Just say why you think I should change it, and you know, give the good reasons, and I might consider doing that. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I will be doing the other Sweet 60s for the rest of my decks in the near future, but I won't be putting as much time into it as I have with these 5 decks because I've already done the other ones. There's only a few extra cards, so to be honest, it's not really that important. I wouldn't change very much about them with only a few, like 3 more cards. So again, thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking by me through all my Magic video, guys. It really means a lot. I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy.